Welcome to finals. We are back with more Tristrike Tuesday, number 25. I am Frostix, the still solo commentator of this half of the stream. That being said, even if it's one of me, I'm sure we are in for some crazy matches here. We're hot off the presses of seeing Reload absolutely steamroll. Absolutely steamroll Jelly Squids in a 3-0, securing their spot. We're seeing now going up against Kintsugi. Who knows? Both of these teams have not dropped a set. Wait. Actually, that makes sense. That makes sense. Of course, you can't. That's how tournaments work, right? Anyways, that being said, Reload, the seed 7 of the tournament, has gone 16 for 18. They've only dropped 4 maps. Meanwhile, Kintsugi has gone 14 and 18. They've only dropped 6 maps here. Pretty solid record on their end. Kintsugi is the seed 12 here. Of course, we've seen the antics of Gold, Hammy Sammy, Timmy, and Kana, and Cinna, and Cinnamon last Gold, Hammy Sammy, Timmy, and Cinnamon last round. Meanwhile, over on Kintsugi, we are seeing Cactus, Westy, Ichigo, and Nigel. Where's Nigel? Okay. Huh. Okay. Weird. Okay, I knew I recognized some other people. Fun. Anyways, our set list, our map list for the gold bracket finals. We're going into our first bun of the zone sandwich. Will be zoned on Humpback Pump Track, followed by TC Inkblot. We've seen this before. We're going into the middle bun. This will be zoned on Barnacle and Dime. Then we're right back to TC with Mako-Mart. And finally, if we go into Game 5, it will end on Crableg Capital on zones. Kind of find it poetic that if we do go to Game 5, we're casting the... I'm closing on the same map that I started on. It's cool. That being said, though, for those who were watching the Reload and Jelly Squids match, we saw that Cinnamon and Hammy Sammy are just a devastating frontline duo here. I think this Humpback Pump Track is definitely a map that they could play around in a lot. We also saw that they they switched up to weapons like Dreadringer as well, and that those are definitely weapons that can play around the uneven terrain of Humpback Pump Track, especially when fighting in areas such as the trenches or just trying to camp ledges off here, especially considering the amount of ledges in this map. Oh man. Oh, what else can I talk about? Inkblot is... I feel like we've seen a bit of Inkblot before. I do think that... how do I say this? Inkblot TC, definitely got to make sure that you can execute that push past the first checkpoint really correctly here. I'm not sure if we saw either Reload or Kintsugi here, at least when I was casting it, but what's it called? Anything is possible. And then now I can finally stop yapping about the commentary. Gold is back on the Bamboo. Meanwhile, that's a 96 Deco and a V-Roller coming out from Kintsugi here. Kintsugi does have the cooler edge over Reload. They can play a lot more faster here, and here's Cactus on the Splash-O-Matic. They almost have the crab ready to go, and at a very good overhead position here, they're going to start firing off at the rest of Reload. Kintsugi will be taking point first. They are going to take out both Hammy Sammy as well as the Dreadringer here. That's 2 high priority targets here. You don't want a Carbon Sharking around, and you don't want your zone to be flipped by a Dreadringer's Reef Slider. Kintsugi is on Soda Buff now. Cinnamon was trying to catch them lacking here. Actually, I think now Reload is starting to storm the front here. Hammy Sammy has gone down though, and with the added support of the Super Chumps, Reload will cap zone, apply a 34 penalty point bonus. That being said, Kintsugi did get halfway through their points. That being said, Ichigo is just surging through the front line with that Kraken Royale, making sure that Hammy Sammy can't get a lot of more space to themselves. Timmy does have the Re-Slider once again here. We've seen, what's it called? Oh no, that's a disconnect. Oh no. Oh, that is a disconnect. Cinnamon's gone. I think we're a little bit too far past the disconnect. Oh, okay. Gold ended the battle. Right on time. I think we may. I think that was still relatively early enough in the match to guarantee to like warrant a replay. We will just have to see though. The lead was in the hands of Kitsugi at the time though, and they did have a lot of more suppressive firepower at their hands here. They had not just firepower but general paint as well. They had just painting like a lot of good solid painting weapons like 96, like Splashmatic, like Pencil here. If that can just negate the amount of space that Reload's front lines can work around here, of course we're thinking Cinnamon, of we're thinking Cinnamon, we're thinking Hammy Sammy here. We're even thinking I didn't even say Timmy as well. Timmy, like what's it called? We've seen Timmy also storm the front with Reload's frontline as well, and then of course you always appreciate having like a what's it called, a bucket to be with you during a during a fight. You always want to have that numbers advantage here. We've seen Reload employ those dive strategies before, making sure that they can like dive, storm the front, make sure they can enforce numbers advantage. That being said, Kintsugi does have a lot more firepower in their hands here. They had specials that can basically what's it called, kind of force Reload to play a little bit less, like a little bit more what's it called, a little bit more slow, a little like slow down their pace here, kind of like force them to get off the wheel a bit. And that's definitely something that Kintsugi has is doing right here, especially considering what Reload has done and what we've seen from Reload here. They have specials that command so much presence here. They have the Splashmatic that has the Crab Tank. They have the 96 that has the Kraken here. Both of these specials can basically kind of ward off any what's it called? How to say this? They can kind of like ward off a push just simply because of just how lethal they can be, and when you're going into it. Okay, I think we are probably gonna go into a replay though, potentially. That could be the case. Could be not. Who knows? If we are in a situation where Kintsugi will take game one, we're gonna go straight into Inkblot Art Academy. We've seen what's it called? I think we saw in their last bracket, in their last match, Reload switched to a machine. I think that was Timmy that switched to machine. And we are getting news from production. We are replaying this match here. We're going to be going back to Humpback Zones. Excited to see what we know, especially now that both Reload and Kintsugi know what to expect from each other here. Kintsugi's gonna have to expect to like what's it called, kind of like what's it called, always be on their toes here. Watch out for the sword, watch out for the roller. Meanwhile, Reload needs to kind of like what's it called, kind of take new approaches, making sure that their flank routes aren't so obvious. Not sure, making sure that they don't kind of what's it called, get picked off for nothing, lest you lose the numbers advantage into a retake. Next thing you know, the penalty points are gone, and now Kintsugi is ticking down. We're starting very soon, so of course, stay tuned. We're not going to take a break, of course. Okay. 3 zones match and 2 CC matches. Very interesting for this final set here. Of course, we can't switch comps here. We are seeing the same stuff from everyone else here. I think also Kitsugi's Nigel running that V roller here. That's also gonna chop up some more territory for Kitsugi in this situation here. Just kind of warding off what's it called, the Carbon or the Decapitator from moving in, and kind of like deja vu. Cactus is just gonna immediately pop Crab, but now this time I think Hammy decided to push in immediately, taking out Nigel. That's gonna be no bubble. It's gonna be no bubble for Kintsugi. That is Ichigo popping the Kraken. That will take out Hammy Sammy. They have Cinnamon in their sights. They're gonna take out Cinnamon again. That's 2 down. That being said, though, Gold and Timmy are what's it called, are moving into the backline, and now Gold has already rallied the front lines, and now they just did the flanking job for them, and now KTA does have a 70-point lead. They are into the 69. They've reached 69, which is nice. That being said, Cinnamon is holding down. It's a 3v1 on point. I don't think they have the means to, what's it called, face off against everyone else under the shield of a freshly deployed bubble, even when they have Hammy Sammy on point. That being said, Gold is in the back, being very sneaky with that bamboo. But that being said, they are 2 down on reload. Kintsugi has moved past the 50s, are moving into the 40s. Cactus and Gold are duking it out. Gold's gonna go down, and Ichigo is gonna start moving in. They have canceled out the super chumps. That's gonna be a lot less paint coverage from Reload, and Ichi Deco has come out And Ichigo has popped the Kraken right when they needed to here. That's just going to be a general nuisance up in reload on Reload's doorstep. The Splash Ball has been deployed, canceling out that charge slash here. What's it called? Reload needs to act fast. They need to move it because they will shut down Kintsugi's hold. Moving in, applying a 74. How do you say this? Applying a 74 penalty bonus onto Kintsugi. That being said, they're still holding the rest of the map pretty strong, even when Reload's just kind of moving all over the place. We've seen Gold kind of go in spots that you probably wouldn't expect a Bamboo to go here. That being said, Kintsugi is just kind of sitting on those ledges here, and I think they can. Actually, I don't think. I think specifically Nigel is playing around those ledges. That's something that a roller can definitely play a lot on. That's a forward crab coming out from Cactus as well, firing off on Gold here. Even still, I think they managed to distract. I think that was a solid enough distraction. That's already 2 down on Kintsugi here. The Zuka has come out from Hammy Sammy. Cinnamon has chasing down Nigel, and now with no one left in blue, Reload will finally get zone, eliminate their penalty point, and start ticking down here. They practically need to get a knockout in order to get this game here. Kintsugi set the terms and conditions of the match, and now they're retaliating back. That's already 2 down on both teams, though. Even when a crab has been deployed by Kintsugi here, I think it may have been a little bit futile here, especially considering Reload is just has the numbers advantage and can output at least the paint with the amount of weapons they have here. That's once again 2 down, and Hammy Sammy is just sharking down in the backline, making sure they can get out their pencil here. That's gonna be no soda, as well as their roller. That's gonna be no bubble here. And now Gold is just storming the front now as well here. Like I said, Gold going where no Bamboo dares to go, and they're already moving past the 10 threshold. Gold is weaving in and out of crab shots here. Can they make it to Kintsugi's 3? They will! They will! Oh my gosh! With a daring and absolutely insane kind of 0 to 100 lead swap, Reload with a knockout will take game 1. Wow. Oh wow, that was a lot. That was a lot to take in here. It looked like for like basically almost half of the match, Kintsugi kind of was that unstoppable, was the immovable object to Reload's. Okay, hold on, I need to calm myself. For at least a good quarter, moving into like I'd say maybe a good half of the match here, Kintsugi looked to be that immovable object to Reload's unstoppable force here. They kind of checked a lot of the flanks that Reload was trying to do, but then Reload tried to I think Reload did what I was kind of anticipating them to do, kind of take new angles, striking from trying to take a new perspective, having to strike from new perspectives here, and they did that. We saw Gold like kind of shaking things up as the Bamboo moving. I mean, at least, but Bamboo is a really light weapon here, even when it doesn't have a lot of not just paint output, but damage from a charger here. It can kind of move. It does have the movement and the mobility that a lot of chargers don't here, and the super jumps here. It may not be Tenta missiles, it may not be Tristrike, but it can still do what those specials do, and what that does is it of course covers paint, but it also has the added benefit of kind of allowing both Hammy Sammy as well as Cinnamon to sort of play with around them. We're moving into TC. Gold has switched to Headit, and Timmy has switched to Machine. I think we saw that last set as well. Meanwhile, Kintsugi's rocking the same set as the same comp as usual. I definitely say that Kintsugi's comp is a lot more well-rounded. It can be used in a lot of different modes here. That being said, though, I don't know if a lot of Kintsugi members are kind of striking in mid. That being said, Ichideko is actually in their backline, but Reload does have control of the stacks, though. They will take out Nigel. And Hammy Sammy is once again storming the front. They will take out Cactus here. And I think the push is now beginning for Reload. They're already having their eyes set on those zip lines, making sure that they can storm bats here. Do they have the Decapitator? And now, actually, can they have an answer for Ichideko's, Kraken? I think they do, especially considering Cactus popped the crab. And I think Timmy, using the, the invulnerability from the Booyah, well, not the invulnerability, but the Ink Armor from Booyah Bomb, managing to render them impervious to Ichideko's Kraken. And Reload is still moving here. It looks to just be Timmy and Cinnamon left on the point here. They do have a the numbers advantage is not in their favor. It was basically a 2v4 in that instance, and now Soda is up for Kintsugi. They can take a lot more what's it called? What's it called? Risky decisions, especially now that they don't have to worry about a long respawn timer and get the bonus buffs for taking more risky fights here. They are going to take out Hammy Sammy. That's going to be one less thorn in their spine. Ichideko's moving in with the Kraken. They force one jump. They force two jump. What is this? A trampoline park here? And now Reload is just forced to back up. I think it's just Cinnamon. It's not just Cinnamon. It's Hammy Sammy here on point. And the crab has come out. Wait, the crab? Oh, Reload has a crab. That's not soda-headed, that's crab-headed. That's definitely a really interesting pick coming out from Reload. Speaking of soda, Kintsugi is going to pop the soda as well here. It doesn't look like Kintsugi is able to just make it out of mid, even when a lot of these weapons are kind of frontline-centric, more like brawl and like more fighty weapons here. They can just kind of fight their way out of mid here. Maybe the best defense is a good offense. And speaking of offense, Reload is back on tower here. And now it's a crab off between Gold and Cactus here. They're trading shot for shot. Cactus's crab gets destroyed first, and they're forced to back off here. They are going to make sure that no one else is on bats here. And I don't think Reload wanted to commit to that even like any further here. The Zuka has come out from Hammy Sammy. Cactus is looking to be a little bit more aggressive here, but they are forced to jump out. Ichideko is going to pop the Kraken here. They will take out two members of Reload before Cactus trying to intercept. And actually, Kintsugi will get a wipeout. That is very good for Kintsugi. And now Kintsugi is immediately going to storm the front, doing what Reload has done to them here, giving them a taste of their own medicine. They do need to make sure that Reload doesn't storm their front, making sure that they can get past mid, past that first checkpoint here. Reload does have a crab ready to go here. That can definitely stop their push if, Reload doesn't play around the crab in respected space. Cactus will pop the crab, but Cactus's crab does get canceled. Ichideko does have the Kraken. The Booyah Bomb has been tossed out by Timmy. That's going to take out the pencil here. It's looking like Nigel or Cactus is vying to get on tower here. They want to keep this momentum in their favor, especially considering it's 58-54. The lead margin is very close. Cinnamon is on bats here. They are contesting Kintsugi's push here. They're already 2 down, 3 down, and it's just Ichideko left. But the Kraken is on point here, as well as the crab here. They are still in this. They are at lead. Finally, they are in a winning situation. They're actually moving past the second checkpoint, moving into the third here. Kintsugi may have what it takes in order to get a knockout. That being said, though, the damage has already been dealt. They are in the lead here, and Cactus is just kind of doing a victory lap here, taking out a couple members of Reload on bats here. Reload has 1 minute left to make it onto 22, and they definitely do have the they do have what it takes in order to do it. That being said, they kind of have to be going against Kintsugi's defense, and Kintsugi's defense is a lot to a lot to work around. There is the crab coming out from Cactus, the Kraken coming out from Ichideko. They are going to take out both Nigel as well as Cactus. That's going to be no crab, no bubble for Kintsugi yet, but and now Cinnamon has the bubble ready to go. That's 3 specials online for Kintsugi here. The crab has popped out from Kintsugi. Cinnamon is just brawling in the front line. Reload has already occupied bats. Kintsugi is kind of all corralled up into the final checkpoint area. Ichideko does have the Kraken. It does get canceled out by Cinnamon. That's no more Kraken to deal with. The Booyah Bomb is being tossed by. It's just Timmy as well as Hammy Sammy left here, but they're under threat from that pencil. And oh no, wait. Did they manage to get the lead back? Oh wait. What? Wait. They didn't manage to get the lead back. Okay. Okay. There's just so much action. It feels like I can't keep up sometimes. I am only one person. Okay. Reload is taking game 2. Much like last tournament. Okay. Much like last tournament, Reload is on Reload has forced match point onto Kintsugi. It's zones on Barnacle and Dime now. I think we've seen Kintsugi play on zones Barnacle and Dime before. I take it that they probably won that zones Barnacle and Dime match here, especially considering they made it all the way up to grand finals here. Okay, it really just is up to Kintsugi here. They need to basically kind of just shut down whatever antics Reload is trying to do, making sure that they can keep track of all of their front lines here, making sure that they don't lose any bit of momentum. Wait, oh. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm getting lost amidst all the action. Why did I think that Kintsugi took game 2 for a second? Okay. Oh no, if I've been wrong this entire time, oh, I hope I wasn't wrong this entire time. That would have been a big biff. I really hope this wasn't a big biff. Okay. Breathe, okay. We're going into Zones, Barnacle, and Dime. There's a lot of, There's a lot of, once again, it's a very open map. It's something that both Hammy Sammy as well as Cinnamon can kind of work around in. That being said, though, there's a lot of good perching spots and a lot of good it's something. It's like a map being this open allows Kintsugi a lot of to kind of play a lot to kind of just have a lot more space to work with as well here. I'm just wondering whether or not Reload will, because I think Reload, what we've seen from Reload is that they have a set TC comp and a set zones comp like we're seeing right here. Meanwhile, Kintsugi is still running the same. Once again here, of course, if it ain't broke, don't need to fix it. And we're going into game 3. It's 2-0. Reload does have the edge here, and they are forcing match point here. The zone is mostly orange and will immediately get capped by Reload. The crab has come out from Kintsugi, though. That being said, Reload is already at their doorstep. Are they already at their doorstep? No, actually, they're kind of playing a little bit more reserved, especially when because there isn't really a lot of cover. There's not a lot of spaces you can hide within Barnacle and Dime. They're a lot more impervious. They're a lot more prone to being taken out by these lethal specials that Kintsugi has, mainly the Zuka, as well as the Crab Tank. That being said, Hammy Sammy is still just cleaning up these these loose ends happening over in the side lanes here. They're looking to push up towards the pencil, and they will take zone once again here. Ichideko does pop the crack in here, and they're gonna start moving up. Can they get any targets here? It doesn't look like that's the case, but they are going to take out Timmy, actually. They're also going to take out Hammy Sammy with the assistance of Nigel, and now it's time for Kintsugi to start holding a very solid retake from Kintsugi. They do take the lead. It's a very, It's a very attainable lead to get here. There are 2 specials online for Reload. 3, actually, and okay, that's a very good start for Kintsugi. They managed to cancel out Timmy's Reef Slider here. That's 1 less zone flipping special to worry about, and I think Reload just managed to basically expend the rest of their specials here. And now Kintsugi is just holding down the line here, and Cactus just can't catch a break. The crab has been canceled once more. The Zuka has been popped by Nigel. Oh, I just realized that they did do a comp switch up. Nigel has gone from I'm not sure if this happened in game 2, but Nigel did go from V-Roller to Carbon here. They're gonna answer to Hammy Sammy, and and now Kintsugi is gonna go 2 down twice. Meanwhile, Reload has also gone 2 down. They are in possession of zone here. They are starting to tick down. They're past the 60 threshold, moving into the 55, moving into the 50s. Ichideko is trying to charge up, trying to get Cinnamon out, but Cinnamon's going to charge slash and take out Ichideko here. They're rapidly encroaching Kintsugi's 26 here. They're moving past the 30s into the 20s, and now they will take back lead once more. Okay, they're past the 10s. Kintsugi needs to move and move fast here. They don't have any specials that can take back zone here. And Cinnamon and Hammy Sammy are just holding down the line here. And even if Kintsugi had a zone flipping special, Reload has the answers. Reload has the contingencies. That contingency is, of course, Timmy's Reef Slider. And just like last round, just like what happened before the break, with a 3-0 sweep. Kintsugi. Oh, not Kintsugi. Reload will take the set and the tournament. I really hope I wasn't I really hope I didn't get game 2 wrong. If anyone from Reload or Kintsugi is in chat, can they maybe correct me if whether or not who won the TC match. I'm kind of lost on it. I think it probably was reload though. I think it definitely was reload. Now that I'm like jogging my memory, I think they managed to take back the lead that Kintsugi set. Yeah, okay. I think. Oh, okay. My memory's kind of failing me. I'm genuinely unsure. Is it weird to say that I'm genuinely unsure right now? Whoops. Oh, that's a classic Frost Biff. Okay. Okay, that even still, it's just a really stellar showcase from Reload as well as Kintsugi. Just have to catch my breath here. Holding down the fort as one person is kind of hard. I'm not gonna. Okay. Okay. Just texted production. Reload did win game 2. I didn't. I wasn't stupid. No need to head to TC Mako Mart. No need to head to Great City on zones here. Reload are your victors for Tristrike Tuesdays number 25 here. Shoutouts to Gold, to Hammy Sammy, to Timmy, as well as Cinnamon. A special shout out to Gold. I know you're from Toronto, so see you next social. Same thing to you, Nigel, if you ever showed up. Anyways, also shout out to Cactus, Westy, Ichigo, and Nigel, of course, from Kintsugi for making it to finals here. Speaking of which, moving over to Sendu, in a 3-0 match, Circus Freaks are going to take 3rd place for the tournament, leaving Jelly Spoons as 4th years. Shout out to all of them for showing up, making it to gold brackets, beating the 28 teams that showed up to this Tri-Strikes Tuesday. I think my voice is starting to waver now. I think it's going to give in. I'm sensing that tomorrow I will start to have a raspy throat. But that's okay. I'm doing it out of sheer love for the game. I have been Frostix, your sole commentator for this half of the stream here. Okay, let's just start plugging stuff. You can find me on Blue Sky at frostix.bluesky.social. You can find me on the site formerly known as Twitter at TK_Frostix. And I'm gonna say this with my chest. I'm I'm writing a web novel. You should totally read Gap Year on Wattpad. It's my love child. Anyways, this has been me here at Ammo Nights. We do Tri-Strike Tuesdays every Tuesday. So of course, we'll be seeing you next Tuesday. So of course, have a great night. And get some water, man.